These are 5 movies that will undoubtedly be masterpieces. In 5th place, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the sequel. This story will focus solely on Cliff and will take several ideas that Quentin Tarantino had for his 10th movie, The Critic. Tarantino surely abandoned that project because he felt too much pressure for his 10th film. But I think the world of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is very creative, and with the help of David Fincher, something truly great can be made. To me, the first film had plenty of memorable scenes, like DiCaprio filming the cowboy scene or the big finale, but I also felt it had too many forgettable moments, like the many driving scenes or Margot Robbie just sleeping. That's why I think Fincher will be able to create a more solid story. Cliff's character still has a lot to be explored, the mystery of his wife, his past life in Hollywood, and of course, all those references to the cinema of the time. I want to see more of him and of that world full of magic and decadence. 4th place, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie. The writers of this saga knew how to make each season spectacular, achieving an almost perfect show. I don't care if this movie focuses on Momo being lost. I would love to see these characters again on the big screen. Although The Legend of Korra wasn't so much to my liking, mainly because I found its characters boring, even if the plot was interesting. With the original Avatar gang, there's no way to fail. Every time they're together, the story comes alive. I even hope it competes for an important award, because the world of Avatar deserves it. 3rd place. Steven Spielberg's next movie will be about aliens, featuring Emily Blunt. Spielberg has made some movies that, in my opinion, turned out a bit boring, like The Fabelmans and West Side Story. The latter should never have been made, since the original is far too good. However, I feel that when Spielberg goes back to his roots with fiction stories is when he truly shines. For example, he created his own style in movies that blended family drama with the extraordinary, like E.T. the Extraterrestrial, War of the Worlds, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I think Spielberg has a special talent for telling how families face extraordinary situations, and that's why I believe this new movie will appeal to us. The only thing that worries me is that Spielberg seems to be directly involved in the writing of the script. When he got too involved in the writing of The Fabelmans, he ended up creating a story that was a bit boring, maybe too personal and relevant to him, but not so much to the audience. Also, if he really wanted to tell his biography, I didn't like that he completely ignored the stage in which he built movies like Indiana Jones, Jaws, or E.T. A sequel to The Fabelmans would be great. 2nd place. This will be Dune, Part 3. The story is about how Paul Atreides, even after becoming blind, manages to play a kind of strategic chess and win it, proving his powers of seeing the future. Here we'll see characters like the return of Jason Momoa and Anya Taylor-Joy gaining importance. I think the story has enough material to be grand, though I don't know how they'll manage to condense the entire book into one film. Still, I sense it will be the return of the king of this trilogy, epic, forceful, and memorable. In the second part, they had already proven their greatness with a cinematic spectacle that recalled classics like Ben-Hur, full of elements of religion, desert, history, and epic scale. That mix worked, and I believe Dune 3 will undoubtedly be even more important. Denis Villeneuve has established himself as one of the best directors of our time, competing directly for the spot with our first place, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. Nolan's Odyssey promises to be a spectacle. His most recent work, Oppenheimer, was one of the best films of recent years. It did not disappoint. It had an impressive cast, and he knew how to handle it perfectly. Oppenheimer can easily be placed among the great Oscar winners, close to the greatest in history, and it wouldn't be undeserved. I think Nolan is following a path similar to Spielberg's. He began with great blockbusters and now creates works that impress the Academy. And I don't think it all ends with Oppenheimer. Just as Spielberg was able to make Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan and keep shining, Nolan will continue to collect Academy Awards with the works still to come. That's why his next film is the one I consider the most anticipated and the greatest spectacle to be presented. Thank you for watching this video.